Hello, hello, hello. Long time no see, long time no hear. How is everybody doing? What's up? So, I know it's been months, January to be exact. Anyway, everything has been going great. My kids are still doing absolutely wonderful with their homeschooling. I couldn't ask anything else of them. Just wanted to recap about our school year, what's been going on, what we have been up to, how are we finishing up our school year, end of year curriculum review, all of that good stuff. So anyway, I know it's been forever, but life has just been getting in the way, and I'm starting to want to become a little bit more consistent with my YouTube and me posting on Instagram. Sometimes I get caught so much into the moment that I just don't really make the time or carve out the time, to film or to make a video. And then there's some days where I'm just flat out exhausted from the end of the day. When I'm teaching, sometimes I'm running on autopilot. And at the end of the lesson, when my kids are doing their own thing, I just kind of wind down. But I'm starting to feel really encouraged to do more posting in my YouTube videos. More companies are reaching out to me, asking me to promote their things. And so I'm like, you know what, let's just get this thing started back going. So back in January, I did make a video about, our mid-year progress or whatever. So the same thing is going on. We kind of feel behind with our curriculum because we did a mid-year switch between year-round and then taking the summer off. I'm not gonna say I regret it because now I kind of am like, well, maybe it was a good. I kind of do like the thought of having summers off. So that kind of pushed us back tremendously. So my kids are doing summer school, and that's totally okay. We should be done by the third week of August, I guess, but it's totally cool. It's really small lessons. The only thing we're gonna do is what we fell behind on in our curriculum. And that's reading, math, science, which is literally halfway done. Elijah's spelling, and Elijah's math. So maybe like 2 hours or so total, and sometimes I break that up, an hour first thing in the morning and then an hour at the end of the day. But now we're gonna probably have to change that around because sometimes when we school kind of late, my husband gets off work and he kind of wants to like chillax in the living room, watch a little TV, and he doesn't have a problem with it. But me personally, I feel like let's just have our schooling done because he doesn't like to disturb us. So he'll just go to another room if we're still working. So he doesn't have a problem with it, but I just kind of feel like let's just get it out the way before daddy comes home. And if not, like yesterday, we just brought school into my room. So that's that. So we're doing pretty good, picking up our lessons. Sorry, that dump truck outside just kind of caught my attention. Anyway, so we have no choice but to finish up. I have a strong desire to finish all of our curriculum, and it's gonna get done. Now, one thing I will say that I am going to do is push back our start date. So I originally wanted to start that right after Labor Day, but now I think I'm gonna start the week after, even 2 weeks prior, 2 weeks after Labor Day, depending on when we're done for the whole entire summer, because we still have to do our thing and have fun. We kicked off the end of our year with this cool camping trip, just lots and lots of fun, doing all kinds of good stuff, and we got more things planned as well. We've actually joined a homeschool co-op group, which I don't do homeschool groups because I'm like, a lot of people are crazy. Like, my beliefs with other homeschool mom beliefs kind of don't quite align. So I'm like, let me just stick and do our own thing. We see our friends on the playground, we'll do our own play dates. For me, a homeschool co-op group was just not necessary. Plus the ones I know of here, it's like long. They want so much of your time. So anyway, my kids are in the back playing, and Kelsey's so loud. But anyway, so this is like this, it's like a Japanese immersion thing, class or whatever. So basically what it is off base, and it's a group of Japanese kids and some American kids, and we all homeschool our children. And you know, my kids get to learn a little bit about Japanese culture, and their kids get to start kind of learning more English. And then their parents, we're kind of separate. We're in 2 rooms, but we can see the kids and the kids can see us. But in the other room, we have like coffee or tea or whatever we want, and we kind of talk amongst ourselves. So, you know, they're learning a little bit more English because their kids know some English, and they really can't communicate or help their kids. So they kind of want to learn some English as well. Like, so I guess it's beneficial for everyone involved. And plus, you know, it forces us to get out and about and do something every week. So it's on Thursdays from 5 o'clock to 6. Well, they ask us to be there at 4:45. And that is absolutely perfect because we started doing it while we were still in our regular school session. And I mean, we were able to have a full day of school. The kids had their snack. They kind of relaxed, watched a little bit of TV, and then it was time to get up and go. You know, I just have to make sure dinner's already ready before we leave because I got lost coming back home, and then we have to pick my husband up. So we didn't get home until like 7, and that's way too late to start cooking, especially for a slow cook like me. So luckily I had already made a big old pot of beans, and that was done by the time we got home. We could eat, the kids took a bath and watched our last show of the evening, and we're ready for bed. So anyway, you know, between me finishing up the spring semester, and now we're going into the summer session, you know, it's very much relaxed, but my kids are in a reading program through the AOP Publishers. They have a little reading program. They don't really give you a prize per se, just some little electronic badges you can download. But I did tell my kids once they complete their 300 minutes of reading, I am gonna like take them to go and get a Lego set. Reasonably priced, of course. Anyway, so we have that going on. Unfortunately, I was unable to get my kids involved in any activities this summer. We have like 6 million kids on this base, and then there are literally like 5 spots. And I'm like, you know what? There were some things that I should have got my daughter into, like for her dance class, they said that if you were involved with dance pre-COVID, you were first in line. I didn't get that opportunity. So I'm kind of at a point now where it's like, you know what? I'm not about to beg these people to take my money. I'm not about to experience anxiety trying to see if I'm going to get them signed up, because I was able to get them in swim like 2 months ago. And that was even stressful because they got 1 swim lesson under their belt, barely got them in the 2nd swim session, and now there's no more swim. So now that finally Kelsey's able to get her head underwater and Elijah is really learning to swim, there's no more swim lesson. So that's okay. Their daddy's just going to take them to the pool and just, you know, finish whatever they started. So anyway, so in between now, we're transitioning from the spring semester to summer, which we very much want a modified session because I don't want to overwork my children, because they work so hard last fall and last spring. When I tell you those kids worked hard and they had such a good attitude, I had 0 problems with my children, and I couldn't ask for anything more. But we still got work to do. You know, I got to get them ready for 1st grade and 3rd grade. So we're still going. So the plan is to at least have 2, maybe 3 weeks of absolutely nothing. No learning, nothing. More than likely 2 weeks of nothing, not 3. 3 is too much. So anyway, curriculum. What worked? There was a tear to my eye when we finished Jerry and Kelsey's Wordly Wise kindergarten. Mostly because this is the first year that I've always homeschooled Jerry and Kelsey, but this is the first year we included Elijah, and we had a full schedule, and we actually completed something, and it just made my heart just. And then the last set lesson was called the end of the year, something like that, and time to say goodbye, I think. And I was like, oh my God, we completed this. We're done with Wordly Wise. With reading, I actually have their reading stuff. I have some of their stuff. These things, like we're on book 2 of their reading and phonics. Let me tell you, I love Horizons. Love it. Spiral-based format means it builds lesson after lesson. There are no tests per se in the kindergarten version, but there are reviews. You know, so kids can review. we have a companion reader. And now there are 160 lessons, and we are on lesson 74. Oh, wait, no, we're not. Yeah, we are. And I'm using them again. I already ordered one kindergarten set. I'm sorry, one first grade set. I'm about to order the next set of books, probably next month or whatever. So if you're going with Horizon, we'll be done with this reading and phonics. There are a total of 4 books, 40 lessons in each book. So, you know, we're almost done with this book. So I think by August, the first week, maybe second week of August, we should be completely done. Math, kindergarten math, Horizons also. They are moving and grooving. Love it, love it, love it. You know, Horizons is a good old-fashioned take you back to basics. Let me tell you something. You do not need a reading program. I was going to invest in All About Reading, but it was going to be for all 3 kids, almost over $400. And you do not need that to teach your kids how to read. I promise you, if you read to them and you let them read to you, even the kindergartners or 4-year-old kids who can't read, just sit there with them and tell them every word like they're reading. Point to the word and say it. And you have a good program like Horizons, I assure your kids are going to be reading, because we're at a point now where Jerry and Kelsey, the little sentences in the books, like, let me show you. They are able to read those. They're able to read it. And it's like, is that my baby reading? So can you imagine how they're going to be reading by the end of the summer when they're done with those reading logs? So for math in kindergarten, it's 160 lessons again, and my little kindergartners they just finished lesson 109. They're on lesson 110. Math is probably the only thing that we are on track with. We got a teeny bit behind, but so 110, we got 50 more lessons. That's gonna take no time at all. We'll probably be done with this by July. No skin off our backs. Elijah, 2nd grade math. He is now learning how to borrow. He has 160 lessons in his books as well. We're still on book 1, but he's on lesson 51. The thing is though, because of how Horizons is made up, he is absolutely retaining everything that he's learning. I've learned a lot how to schedule and do things for next year, but you know, we're doing borrowing by subtraction, and he's just really excelling. I'm not gonna rush any of this stuff. Like I said, no matter what, I'm going to give my children 2 weeks of absolutely nothing. So even if we have to start school at the end of September, so be it. But we're getting this stuff done, and they're gonna learn it and remember it. Phonics and reading, book 2. I'm sorry, book 1. It's 2 books. We're on lesson 59. We did 58 this morning. He's fine. He's fine. He's just learning, you know, spelling rules, which is good. Spelling and phonics rules, actually, along with reading. We read this companion book, Robinson Crusoe, which is very good and interesting. And I mean, we're like glued to our seats. I end up reading this to everybody though. Spelling and vocabulary, it takes him a minute. It does. It takes him like 2 weeks to get through these lessons. I don't know. I'm still exploring different ideas for him to like really not take so long to memorize his words. He always writing them 3 times each, and I don't know. We're just gonna, I guess, periodically keep checking and asking him, hey, how to spell whisper it, you know, just periodically throughout the day. But yeah, Horizons, guys, I'm telling you right now, if you have a good phonics program, something that causes repetition, and that's what I love so much about that, the repetition. I love, and somebody made a comment about that. They were like, yeah, we tried Horizons, but it's so repetitive. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's how the kids retain this stuff. They got to keep doing it over and over, and everything's so in line with his spelling. Even this reading book and this book, it's all aligned. So your kids are really gonna get it. So I'm ordering his 3rd grade book mid-July. So yeah, so You know, everything is going pretty well with that. In the midst of summer school and everything, and trying not to stress too much about it, you know, getting everything done in a reasonable amount of time so my kids can have a nothing summer for at least 2 weeks. I'm getting prepared for next year. I need to start cleaning out some old stuff, but because we're just started summer school, I don't want to get rid of too much stuff right now. I'll, you know, slowly but surely start thinning some things out, but right now we're still using stuff. I do have some things boxed up in my living room and some nice little totes that's kind of out of the way. It doesn't look too bad because I still have stuff in cardboard boxes. It's from like deliveries that I've been ordering stuff. So I got some really nice decorative totes, and I put them in there for now. I'm actually expecting an IKEA delivery today, which I don't think they're coming because they're supposed to be here by 2, and it's like after almost 3 o'clock now. So try to call them, but they don't speak English, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm trying to get ready for the fall as well because I don't want to be buying a whole bunch of stuff up, you know, at one time. I like to kind of space my purchases out. So, but anyway, yeah, I just thought that I'd check in with you guys and see how everything is going. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below in the comment section. And I promise you there are going to be more videos coming soon and a lot more frequently. So until next time, bye guys.